Hello. Been going over your work. Very, very thorough. You thought this certainly put a lot of thought into this. I'm going to give you a little bit of feedback on this, and then let's meet. So, first of all, your working title. It's you don't usually have a do in a working title. So you might look at the impact of LMS embedded AI feedback tools to on uh, on students and instructors because your title is very biased in the sense that you're already thinking about improved learning and reducing instructor workload, and then without widening equity gaps. Uh, so it's like you have this conclusion ahead of time in some ways. So it's sort of the impact of LMS embedded feedback on student learning, and you could say and on instructor workload. I would think that would what I would give. Now this is an interesting um, situation. If the world, if we could do this, this would be great. But there's a key problem with your methodology, and that is that ethically we we can't do this. I don't think. And I'm looking. Let me get down to your method here. We run a cluster randomized trial with Okay, so the thing of it is you have to get professors to agree to do this. So, and you can't do it without their permission, and you certainly can't do it without student permission. Like I don't think we can just take the data. Um, but I know it's being collected, but and then assigning sections. Well, we just simply can't do it. Instructors wouldn't. You can't assign an approach to instructors simply because they would tell you academic freedom. We can do what I want. So student-facing AI formative feedback, you can't separate these groups. AI feedback and metacognitive prompts, instructor only, and business control. You can only look at those and see how they're used, right? But you can't assign sections to that. I suppose maybe if you had an instructor who was willing to do this, they could do within their own class, they could try each of these and see the impact, right? So, and then primary outcomes are normalized learning gains and revision quality, blinded rubric. Secondary outcomes include persistent time on task, instructor time saved. Okay, so yeah, you have to realistically, we'd have to speak, but you'd have to say, well, how many instructors are you thinking? Because it's hard to get instructors to do this, and then would they be willing to actually do this, and why would they be willing to do this? And the randomized selection is going to be really tricky to do. You can't run education really with that way, given your environment. So. Um, Yeah. And the other thing is you need some theory to back this up. Like what this is written almost as a proposal to evaluate something without any theoretical background. I'm sure it exists, but you're going to have to obviously dig deep into that. But let's meet.